Hello everybody, it's here the Japanese Train here, as you can see. And I'm here with Train King James for a review of Annie and Clarabel. Now, I've got several Annie and Clarabels around here. Here's my 2013 Annie and Clarabel that I just picked up today for $27.99 with 20% off though. And I'm here with numerous Annie and Clarabels, including my 2001 version, my Brio version, and my 92 version. And so, James, do you have any thoughts or any words?
I think it's one of those models you just really to get cheap features. And then I have every single the times around in many shapes and forms. They used to be sold together. Then this one to sell them. They used to be sold apart. Now that they start to sell them together, which I think is a better decision.
They need to be sold as a pack, basically. They can't be sold individually.
Exactly.
That's how I got mine, actually. Oh, they were often sold individually until 2004, I believe, actually. And that's where we got. That's when they started selling them in 2-packs. Even the Brio version was
My version was bought right before they started selling them separately, so
yeah. This the Clarabel that you see here, the Brio one. This one, I don't have an Annie, but I know that even back when they were originally sold, they were sold individually. And I'm hoping to get my hands on a Brio Annie soon. And then this was like the final era in which they were sold individually. It's Annie and Clarabel from, if you look here, the wheels are dated 2001. If you will focus on the wheel. Well, I guess you just might have to take my word for it. It is dated 2001. Both of them.
see that where it says to
And they're quite rare. I don't know quite the value of a 2001 Annie and Clarabel. I do have a 2000 version that I got in my first ever Thomas Wooden Railway set. And those were kind of cool because they had no names on the bottom and all that. But the Thomas that came in that set did. But there's not really much to say about them. They're just the generic Annie and Clarabel coaches. They're really unchanged besides the face from what we started out with in the early days of 1992. These are both gray roof, and but I got these both separately from one another, as you can see, because one of them has the more rare face here, the printed on face. Both staple bottom, and they're both 92. Yeah, neither of them have wheel dates. So this must have only lasted for a short time. And slight differences. This one's a little bit more crisp, and the name is gray. But other than that, there's no major difference. And if we look at Clarabel here, it's certainly carried over, with the exception of a bigger roof. But other than that, yeah, not too many changes, but you saw a few here and there. And then
it started off as like a grayish color. And they switched the whitish color. Mine is absolutely painted. Cute. Did a touch of about a year ago. Did look the best. I
Yep.
might need a new model because these two are flat. I mean, these guys are old. I mean, you can see that they've been well old.
Yeah, it's true that that they made that transition to the white tops, white roof, and everything. This is probably the most accurate and my favorite of all Annie and Clarabel models, and that's the Brio.
It's the rare R&R paste models. I think that looks pretty cool.
Which one?
It's just never seen them on eBay.
Which model?
For like 2 uses I have them.
Which model are you thinking about?
The R&R face one
This one. Right here, this Annie.
Yeah, that one. I love that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm yet to find a reasonably priced Clarabel for that. I mainly use Annie and Clarabel as branch line coaches, my spare ones.
Yeah.
But this is my favorite of the Annie and Clarabels, and that's the Bria one that you can see here, right, James? It's got tremendous detail, more than we'd seen up until 2013, actually. I do like the face because it's not all like one same generic color. The eyes are actually decent, and it's just proportionally correct. And there's no rivets on the top. There's no screws or nails, and it just comes together well, and it's rounded off better and everything. So yeah, this is probably my favorite. And now we get to take a look at this thing, which is the 2013 Annie and Clarabel, and I'll go ahead and open it up for you. What's that?
Different, but it kind of does look like their TV series counterparts now.
Mm-hmm. You mean these? Yeah, they do look like their TV series counterparts, except they don't have Annie doesn't have a shocked face anymore.
Well, I like these shock faces.
Yeah.
Drew and Clarabel was like smiling, and he
Mm-hmm.
was just like, "Oh God, Thomas, do it too fast." Clarabel was like,
Yeah.
"Why? It's fine."
That face really came from down the mine actually, 2013 pamphlet. So I know I got it from 2013. Also because the package is huge. So this is my first look at them, like just right up front in my hands, and not really much to say about them. They have the same exact face. That's kind of strange. And I wish that they had made them with a separate facial expression, but all right. Here you have this blacked out windows as you saw in the other ones, except for the Brio one. Another thing I like about the Brio model. Clarabelle looks nice, and their biggest update is their really dark gray roofs. They look black on your screen, but they're actually a really dark gray. Not much to say. Annie, Clarabelle, same face, and I'll pull up right here. These are both Annies. This is my 2001 Annie. I don't have the 2004 version, unfortunately. Yeah, the bigger windows up front. And if we pull up this Annie, 92 Annie, this one is clear windows up front, gray roof, and if I show them like this, then we have the progression of Annie, with the exception of the 2004 version, the new style. That's pretty much the progression, and
2001 version and
yeah.
2018 version, if you think about it.
You say that the 2001 version is better?
Yeah, that's what I said. Like the 2001 to 2003 version, that's like one of the best models that represents the WR&R face one.
Yeah. See if I can. All right. And I think that the roof is a bit strange in the way that it's cut on this Annie. It seems a little bit too small. I don't know, something about it. But if you were to ask me about whether or not about what my favorite Annie and Clarabelle model was, it's the Brio one. But if you were to ask me my favorite learning curve or Mattel one, just my Thomas Wooden Railway favorite, it would be the 92. This one. Not this 92 version with the painted face, but this one with the iron-on face. This was definitely my favorite of the versions, simply because, yeah, I mean, yeah, it doesn't have the white roof. It may not have this or even this amount of detail, but it's still a nice model, and it reminds me, really, it reminds me of the Annie that we saw in seasons 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It was basically just the old series, you know, just the classic series. It reminds me of that Annie and Clarabel, and that's why in my series this is the one that you see. Although I hope I get a Clarabel one iron-on face, because then it would actually look right on screen. But other than that, this is my favorite, and I totally recommend this one. As for this Annie and Clarabel, well, if you don't have Annie and Clarabel yet, get Annie and Clarabel. But
It's like they're like the only coaches you can really get nowadays.
they are, cause
They're the only coaches that have been around for every single year of the Thompson Railway.
yeah, they are, and
Coaches have come and gone.
and they yeah, and they haven't released the slip coaches. I hope that they release the slip coaches.
They better release the slip coaches because they're still taking play-ins.
But other than that, you know, Annie Clarabel. I mean, if you haven't yet gotten them, then definitely get the 2013 one, because, I mean, what are you waiting for? But if you could find the older styles, such as the 2004, that is actually optimal. 2001, if you want slightly less detail, then go for it. And you don't have to follow my suggestion, but I prefer getting the 92. And I'm gonna stick to that because I really like this. But if you have the money, honestly, and if you want to have some Brio in your Thomas and Railway collection, just get the Brio, because it's just the better construction, basically.
Yeah.
And that opinion holds for Toby as well. But that's pretty much it. Just get Annie and Clarabel. If you're a Thomas and Railway person, get them, because they are an absolute necessity. They're Thomas's faithful coaches, and you should have them by now. But
That's kind of sad.
yeah, if you don't, then go get them. And as James said, that'd be sad.
Like, stop watching this video right now. Get up and buy any Clarabel. I don't care if it's 3 a.m. or anything.
I mean, you just need at least one version. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And whether or not I recommend this Annie and Clarabel, I don't know, to be honest.
I just use them as generic coaches.
Yeah, that's what I got them with plans to use them as, because I'm going to be using the 92 Annie and Clarabel as my Annie and Clarabel, basically. But if you want the 2013 ones, they're around $28 or $25 if you get lucky. $23. I've seen them go for $15 actually. But just do some looking around, and you'll find it if you do some soul searching, basically. And that's pretty much gonna wrap up this review of Annie and Clarabel. I give the 92 Annie and Clarabel a 9 out of 10. The 2001 Annie and Clarabel a 7 out of 10. 2004 Annie and Clarabel an 8 out of 10. And the 2013 Annie and Clarabel, let's go with a 6 out of 10. Not bad, but I've seen better. So that is going to wrap up this review right here. James, do you have any last thoughts?
Subscribe to me, people.
Subscribe.
Yeah. I mean, I have good content. Plus, I have Christmas really coming out, but, like, whatever.
Subscribe to Train King James. Watch his videos. They're really good, and he needs the views. And that's just about it. And look out for more videos from me in the future. Sodor Stories coming out soon. and tell your friends. I'm actually getting ready to do a Q&A and a giveaway if I hit 500 subscribers. So
Giveaway.
a giveaway, yes, yes. So
I'd subscribe if I were you if you want to be part of
yeah.
that giveaway.
I need 500
Yeah.
subscribers. It might end up being a contest. Who knows? That remains to be seen. But other than that, keep on watching and thank you for your views, your support, subscribers. I don't thank you all enough. And with that, this is Here the Japanese Train signing off.